Just wanted to clear the air on a few things. Yes, I've lost some weight. Yes, the beard has grown in a little, but the hairline is still chopped. Welcome back to Mind Milk, the advice show where we.
What are you doing? Who are you?
I'm you.
Sorry about that. Welcome back to My Milk, the advice show where even the host doesn't know who he really is. I hope you guys are having a good week. It's the start of a new week. It's kind of shocking, but we're still at the old location. It hasn't changed yet. We haven't moved. Moving is going to be happening this Friday, so probably going to be the last Mind Milk filmed in this location. And honestly, it feels kind of interesting. Most times when I move, I feel like some sort of sentimental value, and I feel like I'm going to miss it. But this place, not so much. Haven't had the best time here, and a lot of that's behind the scenes. But I'm just glad to be moving on to something better. So very, very fortunate that I'm going to be moving to a setup where I have my own office, which means that I can kind of decorate how I want and feel more open to record when I want and how I want to. So once again, welcome back. We have a very interesting topic for today. It's one topic only, and it's something that I actually deal with on my day-to-day life. It's something that has throughout my years has kind of plagued me, and it's something that I've coped with and dealt with and have my own ways of handling it. But I come to you guys with some advice of what I do and some advice that I've also learned recently, which is imposter syndrome. Now, some of you might be wondering, what is imposter syndrome? Because quite frankly, not everyone has it, and it might be a new term. So I just want to give a brief definition. So get that out of the way. Imposter syndrome is a psychological experience where individuals doubt their skills and accomplishments, feeling like a fraud despite the evidence of competency. It often leads to persistent self-doubt, fear of being exposed as inadequate, and affecting various aspects of life, including work and relationships. So it's basically like you don't feel like you belong where you're at. And you might honestly doubt yourself. You might feel like an imposter. And quite honestly, I've dealt with that for a lot of my life. I work in a very competitive field. I work at a job that most people get a piece of paper from a college or institution telling them that they're the best in their field, that they graduated and they have all the knowledge in the world. And I don't have that. I barely graduated high school. So there's a lot of times that I will look at what I do as a job and go, why am I here? How did I get here? And there is a long list of things that led me to that point. And I worked very hard to get to that point. But for some reason in my brain tells me that I shouldn't be there. And to a point, it's bad. To a point, it actually has some positives. I'm going to go over some things that I've noticed throughout the years of being someone who suffers from imposter syndrome. And just to get off the bat, you are wanted in whatever field and career that you are doing. If you are finding value in what you do and you love what you do, you are a valuable member to whatever career that is. You should love your job. You should love what you do. And if you seek to get better, that means that you are doing your part. Imposter syndrome is very common for young adults, for even older adults, for anyone in the workforce or in relationships. You might not feel like you deserve who you're dating. You might not feel like you deserve to be loved or appreciated. And that's a scary feeling. But just to know, again, a lot of times it is just you being hard on yourself because you know that you can be hard on yourself. A lot of times with imposter syndrome, you got to be able to recognize it. It's a big thing. There's sometimes that I don't even catch it. I'll say something to a coworker and a coworker will kind of look at me confused because they realize that I'm being kind of harsh on myself. I mean, I've been in the field for so long and I know what programs I'm using and I'm pretty experienced with the programs, but I still find myself downing my own ability with those programs. So again, give yourself some grace. Realize that, hey, a lot of people have this. A lot of people have this little self-doubt in their life. And it's not a negative. It means that you're pushing yourself to be stronger. means that you're pushing yourself to be a better learner and you want to learn. That's a big thing. Not everyone wants to learn. Some people want to stay where they're at. You are willing to fight to be better every single day. That makes you a better worker. That makes you a better person in relationships. And that makes you a better person overall. You should always strive to be a better person every day. What's channeling this self-doubt? Is it something that you're feeling because you didn't do the certain normal path in life to get to where you're at? That's what happens to me a lot, is because I didn't go to traditional schooling. I went to a tech school and I learned a trade that really benefited me. I find myself doubting the fact that I'm one of the top in my field. I mean, quite frankly, yeah, of course, there's going to be people that are better than me at the shop. There's people that have been doing it for 40 plus years. I've been doing it for 6. So, of course, there's going to be a little bit of doubt on my ability because I compare myself to people who are college graduates who have been doing it for way longer. And I have to kind of talk to myself sometimes and be like, hey, you are where you're supposed to be. Remember, you don't have to be an expert. No one is expecting you to be an expert. All you need to do is show up and be you at times. And if you are working hard to better yourself and to improve yourself, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Another thing to help with imposter syndrome, because it's really actually hard to get out of this space, to kind of break down more about how I'm handling my own imposter syndrome, is I see a counselor once a week to talk very, very deeply about my career. And I really get into detail about what makes me feel this way. And I have to sit there and take a moment, take a deep breath. And they always tell me, hey, remember your wins, remember what you've done. And I think that's a really good piece of advice. So if you suffer from imposter syndrome and you find yourself really beating yourself up a lot, just take a moment and take some time and just remember your wins. Remember all the great things you've done in your career so far. All these big shining moments in your career so far. And if you are new to it, then give yourself a break. You're new, you're learning. If you are in the door and you are ready and attentive, you're doing everything that you can. You'll eventually learn. People are there to help you. And if it doesn't work out, I mean, hey, sometimes the job of your dreams isn't really the job of your dreams. You might learn that you actually are better in a different field. It happened to me. I work in a lot of architecture-based things, and I realized architecture wasn't my thing. I stepped away from it and I moved to a different field, and ever since then I've never looked back, and I love what I do every single day. I think I truly do enjoy the job, and I find myself enjoying wanting to go to work. And I think that's also another part of what makes you gain imposter syndrome, is if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're going to doubt yourself more, because you're not going to see yourself enjoying it in the next 5 years if you didn't enjoy it in the first place. So if you doubt yourself and you're not enjoying it, maybe it's time to look to go do other things. Or maybe it's time to see what you can do differently to view the job in a different space. Shifting the narrative. Instead of thinking I don't want to be here, I don't belong here, I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't have this job, this wonderful position. You should be able to accept the fact that you're learning, and you're always learning every single day, and you're going to grow as a worker, and you're going to grow even in your relationships. If it's not about a job, it's about a relationship, it's about friendships, it's about whatever. You have this voice in your head telling you that you're not enough. Just know that you are always going to be learning. Even the top of the top, learn every single day. Learn something new. Take something out of it. Take something away from it. Find a good spin on the failures. Accept the fact that you are going to fail at times. That's a big thing. I think a lot of people beat themselves up to a really, really bad point when they fail. I've been let go. I've been fired from jobs. I've been told that I should go back to school because I don't have the right experience for the positions that I go for. I listen to any, I just spat everywhere. If I listen to everything those people say, and I accept that I don't belong where I'm at, and I don't belong in this field, or I don't belong in this relationship, or I don't belong with these friends, then I wouldn't be anything where I'm at now. Another really good thing that I do a lot, and it's not out of like a because I want to just like leech off people or leech off of a situation, but I really do take the time to, instead of comparing myself to the people that are above me in positions or people that are in relationships, because I am not only not in a relationship, but I'm actively trying to figure out how to be better in relationships. Um, I I don't compare myself to people in those spaces. I don't compare myself to someone that's in a relationship, or I don't compare myself to someone that's better in the field that I'm in, or I don't compare myself to just overall someone that I view at a higher status. Instead, what I do is I want to collaborate with them and work with them to learn and understand more about how they do things. Hey, honestly, hanging out with people that are in really healthy relationships has helped me learn a lot about myself in my own relationships without even being too bothersome. I don't ask crazy questions. I don't sit there and go, "So when you guys have fight, what do you guys do?" I sit there and I actually just understand that, hey, I can tell by how they communicate with each other that it's a healthy relationship, and I've learned a lot from it. Same thing with working with someone who I know is highly intelligent in the field. If I sit there and I just watch what they do and how they do it, I do learn things from it. And I take away the fact that, yeah, they might be better than me, but they were also at my point at one point in their life. Nobody starts off perfect. Nobody starts off with a perfect plan, get everything done right away. They work hard and they work countless hours at it. And I think that's how you should view it. You're not going to be perfect right off the bat. You need to strive to be a more due diligent learner than you are a due diligent hater on yourself. Just in general, there's so many times that I will view myself and compare myself to people in my life. I'm a streamer, I'm a content creator. It's hard to not look at the numbers. It's hard to not look at, hey, look at this following compared to this person's following. Oh my God, I average on a good day 10 viewers. And then I have people in my life who average 30 to 40 viewers to even 100 viewers. And I sit there and I marvel at it. And I'm sit there and I'm like, I can't, I don't know why I'm not at that spot. Or they're so much better than me because they are up there in that stratosphere. Instead, I've started to learn, no, I should view them as an inspiration to get better. I should learn from them and take away key advice. I've learned a lot from my friends that are also content creators who do crazy great content, who build these beautiful, beautiful communities. I learn a lot from them. I take away key little advice from everything. You should always turn these negative voices in your head into some way of forming advice. Hey, I mean, yeah, no, it doesn't feel great when you're around a lot of people with a bigger number. But you also got to shut out the fact that, hey, they do stuff different from me. What are they doing that's different? How can I figure out a way to make it something that's of my own without completely just robbing them? Because I don't think that's fair to them, but also learning from them. How do I engage an audience like they do? How do I engage a chat like they do? And this goes for almost everything. How do I work like they do? How do I stay in a relationship like they do? You learn by just enjoying their time that you spend with them, and you understand how they operate. You start to understand, hey, this is how they do this is how they do that. Oh my God, I've never noticed that before, but that makes sense. You ask questions, engage in the conversation. Remember, it is not a perfect world. You're not a perfect person. You're not going to ever get to the point where you're flawless in whatever you're doing. You're going to learn every single day if you're willing to learn. Imposter syndrome is only within. People don't view you the same way that you view yourself. You're your harshest critic. You're your biggest hater. I've said that before, and I'm going to say it again because it's true. You're going to beat yourself up the most. You're going to think about stuff for the longest. So a lot of times people will let stuff go and that you hold on to, and it's okay to let things go. Again, we're not perfect people in the world. Wish you the best. Wish you good luck on the journey. I hope to see you guys next week. It might be a little bit more of a scuffed episode. I don't think I'll have a place to record it. Maybe I will. Maybe it'll be like a little bit of a weird studio setup. But say goodbye to this. Bye. Unless I record another episode, like trying to do backlog. I just realized I might do backlog and that, oh my God. Okay. Well, at least for now, just imagine that this is the last episode here and I'm saying goodbye to the setup. I'm not saying bye to Bear. I know he's in the corner right there. He's right there. He's staying. Don't worry. He's going to come to the next. Why are you sleeping right there? Has he been there the whole episode? That's kind of cute. But don't worry. He's coming with me. A lot of this stuff is coming with me. So you'll see a very similar but different setup. All right. Peace out, guys. I hope you have a good one. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.
Just wanted to clear the air on a few things. Yes, I've lost some weight. Yes, the beard's grown in a little, and the hairline is okay. Start again. Just wanted to clear the air on a few things. Yes, I've lost some weight. Yes, the hairline is still chopped. All right, let me start over. Welcome back to Mind Milk, the advice show where we.
What are you doing? Who are you?
I'm you.
No, I fucked up the who are you. Oh man, we had it.
Just want to clear the air on a few things. Yes, I've lost some weight. The beard has grown in a little, but the hairline is still chopped. Welcome back to Mind Milk, the advice show. Oh, I fucked that up.
Oh, you hesitated. You got it so good on the first part too. I actually was going. I audibly went.